Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Salatu salam ala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Okay, mashallah, two brothers' talks before was perfect, so there's not much I can add to it. Only thing I can do basically is I'm a convert, revert to Islam, and I think a lot of brothers there are either converts or reverts, or they came back to Deen. They were born Muslim and they went astray, and then they came back to Deen. And wallahi, being a convert is sad, man. Like it's sad after you convert, because you see what you have, and then you look at other people's lives, yeah, and you feel sorry for them, wallahi, because you know the reality of that life. And the reality of that life, and I've been there, Bashar's been there, Talib's been there, whether you're Muslim on Deen or Muslim not on Deen, or a convert or not, is that we grow up, like a lot of us, we grew up on council estates, but whether you're rich or you grew up in a council estate, it doesn't matter, because we're all searching for happiness, and we're all looking for contentness and to be content and have sakina. And what happens is, when you don't know the purpose of life, as Allah said in the Quran, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ, that He did not create mankind and jinn except to worship Him. Now you might not like that, like as human beings, we might not like the fact, yeah, that Allah created us to worship Him, yeah? But you can't disagree that if something did create this universe and put food here and put drink here and give us our eyesight and give our hearing and so forth, that thing deserves to be worshipped. Like your mum, if you like the brother said, if you go around to your mother's house, she makes the house look nice, she cooks you a meal, she gives you a nice drink and so forth, and you eat and this, that and the other, you can walk out of the house, slam the door, and not thank her. And she might not physically die, yeah? But it's her right that she's thanked. So we might not like it as human beings, that we're not the big shot of our life, yeah? And that there's something else that is the focus of life, and that our career and our enjoyment and our relationships have to fit around that. But you cannot deny that if something created the sun, the moon, the stars, your eyes, the solar system and everything else for us, that thing deserves to be worshipped. So that's your own, how can I say, your own disagreement, but it's not a valid disagreement, yeah? You might not want to work for money, but you have to. So the whole thing is the saddest thing, that it's even a question, that we're even talking about whether Muslim women are oppressed or anything, because it's a joke for us converts. Because I know me, I grew up in Battersea. I grew up on a estate called Surrey Lane. You stop like 10 kids on any council estate, Brookston, Tottenham, Handsworth, anyone else, you say, do you know your father? No. Excuse me, do you know? No. Do you know? No. Hardly any of us know our fathers. And when you're talking about respect for Muslim women, Muslim women, it's a joke, because I see miracles at Jummah or the Friday mosque meeting every week. I see 21-year-olds. 21-year-olds who were out there, a few months ago, sleeping around, stabbing man up, shooting man up, jumping post office. I see man married, learning his GCSEs, working, broke. And you see him pushing, he's pushing a pram with his little baby in it and so forth, with his wife. And I know that this guy, he's made girls who have abortions. He's punched girls in the face. Like, this guy's kicked girls down fire escapes, man. The whole question is, wallahi, it's an insult to even be asked about us respecting Muslim women. Because what happens, I don't watch TV much, yeah? But I know what it's like. You wake up in the morning, and I'm talking as a man, a Muslim man, and I feel sorry for non-Muslim females, man. Wallahi, I feel sorry for them, because I don't care how much makeup they got and how much smiles they got, and I don't care how much weed they smoke or how many drinks or how many push a hotel can go to. They have to be unhappy. There's no way you can't be happy, because when you turn on the news, you've got the man talking about the news, talking about certain situations in his nice tailored suit and his tie and everything's smart and everything is right and befitting. And next to him, there's someone with a breast hanging out, mini skirt, this, that, and the other, collegiate. Like, what's that about? I just want to know the news. Because you turn on the TV and it's like, Muslim. No, I'm asking you a question. I turn on the news. I want to know the weather. I want to know the news. What's going on? Yeah, we know the news is biased, but I turn on the TV and I see a man there, I'm saying, smartly dressed, tailored off and everything, and then there's a woman, her chest is out, she with her miniskirt, and her knees are together and her face is turning red, because if she opens that at the wrong time, you're going to see everything. Yeah, and the thing is, then they go to the weather. And the guy's there and he's there in his suit and he's just saying, yeah, it's going to be rainy, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. And then the woman comes on, you can see her knickers through her dress. And then after that, this is the worst thing. I wouldn't lie, I hate this, man. I pray, I thank Allah for guiding me, because wallahi, man, I've got 2 daughters now, yeah? And wallahi, I would have never clocked this ever. I would have never seen this if I weren't Muslim. I would be a sheep just doing this. Wimbledon, where they play the tennis, that's where I live now. It's a posh area, Rains Park, it's a nice area. Loads of Land Rovers and big, IT consultants and all this other stuff. Every single girl, yeah, who's 13 or 12 or whatever, she got a skirt, yeah, above her thighs. Every single one of them. I'm asking you, this 13-year-old, this 12-year-old, what makes her come out, yeah, with a skirt that's showing her thighs? I'm telling you, what makes a girl in the show? How did it let her come out like that? I swear to you, when I see these young girls, yeah, coming out with these dressed like this, I'm saying you're going to school. Why are you coming out with these stockings up there and your thing up to there? You're 13 and you're 12. Are you going to school or are you going pole dancing? Seriously. I'm asking, why would a 13-year-old come out with a thigh showing, man? I'm asking you. Last time I checked, England is not a tropical island, yes? It's not, we don't have warm hair, it's not hot. So why is it every woman you see go to work is in a miniskirt? And I've got my hoodie on, my big jacket, my four-bun and this, and I'm still cold, and I've got my gloves, and this woman's just walking past me. Don't lie to yourself. Yeah, and say that you wear high heels, yeah? Because you want to, because you don't, because they hurt. My sister told me. No homo. Don't tell me now, please, don't tell me, yeah, that you come out in a mini skirt in normal days it's cold in England, yeah? No brother ain't gonna go outside, no man is gonna go outside, yeah, in a string vest in England. Even if he's hench, he's not gonna do it. Why? Because he's thinking you joker. He's like, why am I gonna go in cold like that? So why is it all these women that are going out there all in high heels, yeah? What's the first thing a woman, or what's the woman, the first thing she does, yeah? After she's gone out and comes back in is, undo the top button on her jeans, because they're suffocating her. So, like, really, you wake up in the morning, you see the decent guy, you see the girl dressed like a Spice Girl. Why? That's oppression. You go to the weather woman, you see her dressed like Spice Girl, everything kind of. You go outside, you see these girls at school, fires showing and everything and this, that and the other. Oppression. And then you ask yourself, I really want non-Muslim to understand, and you have to be unhappy. The reason why a non-Muslim woman has to be unhappy is the first reason is وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. If you don't know what the purpose of life is, then you're going to take the purpose of life that someone else gives you, yeah? And most women's purpose of life, yeah, is this so-called construct that everyone else does. You basically spend 25 of your years, yeah, 25 years of your life, yeah, paying off a mortgage, yeah? After you go to college and school and uni or whatever, and you die before you pay it off and they take back the thing back. But that's not really the purpose of life, because the purpose of life, it has to be universal, it has to suit everybody. A woman in the Amazon, then she's spending all her time going to college, in school, then college, then uni, then with a degree, then masters, and then pay off a 25-year mortgage. No, she just quit time one time, her husband builds, a house, and that's it. So, this social construct of working and paying off the bills for 25 years of your life, you know what I'm saying, and dying or just before you just pay it off or whatever, or whatever, that's not the purpose of life. So what is the purpose of life? Is it just to look pretty? There's always going to be someone more prettier. So there is no purpose. There's no purpose apart from, if you took away this 25 years of stuff, you would be and you had actually time to sit down and think, you would be an unhappy individual. And I'll say what the reason why a non-Muslim woman, on top of not knowing her purpose, because you know that feeling when you leave your house and something important is missing, but you don't know what. You're trying to think, please, far. You can't think. Something's missing, but you don't know what it is. And I know what that feeling like is, and these brothers, they know who are converts, we know what this feeling is like. When you can smoke as much weed as you want, you can have as much girls as you can rave as much as you want. But if that hole, is not filled, you can't fill it with weed and all, because all these things wear off. You get a new pair of trainers, they're nice. You can smoke weed, it's nice. Club and rave, it looks excited when you're a little kid, but when you start going and doing it every week, it wears off. The girls wear off, it all becomes fake. So think about, even a non-Muslim woman when it comes to relationship, how do you get a boyfriend? And I want to compare the Muslim woman, like the brother said excellently. What's the quickest way, And don't tell me that you feel free in England. Like I said, with the news, the weather woman, the schoolgirls, then you're sitting on a tube on your way to work. Again, mental professionally. You're sitting next to two men, you're in the middle, man here and man on the other side. They both open up the sun and just looking like that in front of you. What goes through your mind? Like, if your boyfriend was to look at page 3, because you've got double standards. Okay, if your boyfriend was to look at page 3, would it be a problem? Of course it would be a problem. But that's what you have. In the West, you just have freedom. But even England has jails. So it can't be total freedom. So I'm asking you, what is it? How would you feel as a human being if a man just beside you opened up page 3 and just looked at 20p woman staring at her? And there's not even a male one for you to look at. You're gonna tell me you think equal? You're gonna tell me you're gonna watch the news, you can feel equal? You're gonna tell me guys go dressed in jumpers and normal trousers and you go with a skirt up to them, you're gonna feel equal? No! The fact of the matter is that non-Muslim women, they feel worthless. And the only way you can get a man is to wear the least amount of clothes, because that's the only thing they're interested. And it's not any woman, can walk down the street half naked and get attention from men. Men like women, that's not a miracle. The miracle is holding that man after. And I swear to you, that's what happens. This is what happens to non-Muslim women in this life, and this is why it's so painful, even for me as a Muslim man looking at it. Because what happened, you go out from secondary school or whatever, you come into contact with boys. You lose your virginity under how can I say, complementary circumstances, And what happens is that you go at this guy, then maybe you come across his phone and you find another girl in the phone. And then what happens, your heart gets broken, And the bogey comes out your nose and you cry and you're just like, I thought he loved me and this, that and the other. And you think maybe it's a raw egg. Then you go out for the next guy a few years later after it's just healed. I don't know, you met him in a club or something, I don't know, wherever it is, But what attracted him? Was it your degree? Was it your PhD? Was it your Nobel Peace Prize? What was it? It's only one thing. You was walking around half naked and he approached you. And when he approached you, you started giggling and stuff and your head started getting dizzy and think, oh, he thinks I'm nice. He thinks you're nice like the other bloody, the other 15 girls in his phone and the other bloody, girls in phones on Puff Diddy's videos. What do you mean he thinks you're nice? And then you take his number. And then what happens is that he might be nice to you, but when he gets you, once he turns into the whole, don't throw my phone again, you know. You're crap in bed anyway. Move! And then your heart gets broken again. Broken! And then the bogey comes out your nose, and then what is it? It's just like, this man, maybe it's just another bad man. And then it happens again and again and again, until about the 5th time. When it breaks. And then what she says, I'm not gonna have relationships no more, I'm just gonna have fun. Clubbing and sex. And that's what happens. You try to pretend that basically you're not gonna feel for this guy and have feeling stuff, but you can't because you're a human being. And then what happens is you just sleep around emotionally, and then sometimes you just find yourself on the bus just bursting out in tears. Why? Because that's the thing. When you the whole thing about this life here is that if you don't worship God and you try to worship yourself and you don't take God's guidance, there's symptoms to it. And those symptoms are heartbreak and pain and tears and everything. But look, I tell you this, yeah. See when a Muslim man's gonna get married, like the brother said, he wants to know, when he said to brothers, look, I'm trying to get married, could you ask your sister or is it your aunties or whatever, if there's any good sisters, yeah? When they say there's a sister, he wants to know four things. Does she understand Tawheed? Yeah? Like, does she understand who her Lord is? The basics of Islam. That this world, summertime is not an accident. You would never go to a bunch of people, labourers in a pub, yeah, who getting out of their mind stoned on ganja and weed, and after a football match getting drunk and say, okay, excuse me, here's 350,000 grand, can you start building me a house now? You would never go to a drunk bunch of labourers after they build a house. So if you're not willing to accept that house can come about by chance, yeah, then how can you expect that the universe that is a million more times more complex to come about by chance? So the whole thing is that at the end of the day, yeah, a Muslim man, when he wants to get married, and you lot used to do this before contraception was around, because all this stuff about one night stands and this, that and the other and so forth, before contraception you lot took care, because babies could come, and you don't want no Audi, Jackal, Bill or anything else having your kids. But as soon as contraception came, you just started sleeping with anyone. But anyway, a Muslim man wants to know, well, firstly, does she understand the basis of her deen? Does she pray? Does she work? Yeah? And does she have shyness? And the reality of the fact is, and this is the fact, she could be as good looking, she could have the best shape or whatever, but if she doesn't understand Tawheed, if she doesn't pray, if she doesn't wear hijab, and if she doesn't have shyness, the brother's not interested. That's the reality of the situation. A brother will not marry a sister. A brother on the praise, yeah? He will not, yeah? He will not marry a woman regardless what she looks like if she's not on deen. But, and what is the quickest way for a non-Muslim woman to get a non-Muslim man? Take off as much clothes as possible. And what is the quickest way for a Muslim woman to get a Muslim man? Put on as much clothes as possible. So you ask yourself who's really oppressed. And the reality of the situation, where's a girlfriend, man? That sounds like some teddy bear, cuddly, where's a girlfriend? How do you become a girlfriend? This is what happened, and this is for the Muslim sisters, because, hey, you only get the perks of Islam when you practice it. When you get these Moroccan, Somali, Eritrean sisters and they try do up their hair, try gloss up their lips, try put on some tight trousers and stuff, and then she try to listen to R&B and listen to a couple black communities and think they know about life. Read couple Ebony magazines and you think you're glued up now. And all us conferences are just saying, boy, I seen this movie before. She gonna get broken. And their brothers, you see their brothers, Somali, Eritrean brothers, this, that and the other, walking with their rude boy papa, this, that and the other, and so forth. And you say, I seen this movie before. Because the reality of the situation is, where's a girlfriend? You really think that man was walking down the street, yeah? This man is a virgin, you know what I'm saying? He's walking down the street, he dropped his phone, and as he was dropping his phone, because he lowers his gaze or whatever, he was slowly picking up his phone, and you just managed to catch his eyes. Yeah? And you started moving in slow motion, and then everything else outside of the picture except you became blurred, and then doves came out of the sky, and then 3 guys dressed in white started singing Birds to Men and stuff like that, and he thought, she's the one. That's what you think really happened, yeah. And some girls translate as, oi, you come here. Oi, give me your number, as he loves me. And he wants to spend time with me and stuff like that. But what is a girlfriend? A man, okay, what happens? You meet a man, he takes your number, you talk on the phone, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he might take you park one time to show he's not really ghetto, yeah? You go for chicken and chips, yeah? Cinema, okay, you might not do anything. Then you go for chicken and chicks again, cinema. Then he might take you big spender on. a big spender, stuffed crust. And then you commit zina with him. And I'm asking you, you're a 50-pound woman. Because in between you met him and he took your number, what happened? Did he split the sky? What did he do? Chicken cottage, cinema. Chicken cottage, cinema. My man took me restaurant. No Pizza Hut in a restaurant. Get out of my face, man. Stuffed crust. Then say that what really happened? Nothing happened. Times nothing. He sits on the couch and stay, blowing zoots all day and talking about grind daily and beef food. Times nothing to him. So in between that 6 months of you meeting him, yeah, and him taking you chicken cottage and cinema a few times, yeah, nothing happened apart from chicken cottage and cinema. And basically for less than £100, maybe £25, you gave away something priceless that you can't even get back. But when a Muslim man, you know how you become a wife, like the brother said perfectly. For you to become, yeah, and that's why don't know Muslims realize, yeah, like my sister, yeah, she's been going out with this guy for a long time. And she's wondering why we ain't friends yet, because I'm waiting for him to slip up. Because I know if he's like most guys, my sister's just another number in your phone. So you can come to my mum and say, hey, and all this crap. I know what you're on. And I'm keeping a distance, so when it comes time for it, you're not shocked. Because the reality, the situation, what is a girlfriend? You're not a girlfriend. He looks at girls' bums every day. He watches music videos with girls in thongs in it. He watches adult movies and stuff like that. And you think because for some reason, you know what I'm saying, he approached you and asked you for your numbers, but you're not special. You're just girl number 15 in my phone of girls I got smashed this month and dash. You see what I'm saying? So, and if you get pregnant, that's tough. Life is tough. You better learn about it. It's a dodgy life. You know what I'm saying? There's dodgy people. And listen, if you want to cry in the corner of your boat, you come in your Kleenex, do you know what? You do that. I'm here to live once and enjoy myself, and it's tough if you got hurt. That's what people do in this life. So you have to ask yourself, like, before you can marry a Muslim woman, you have to look at her brothers and her dads in the eyes and say to them, I will take care of your daughter. And then you have to swear to the Lord of the sun, the moon, the skies, and the whole universe that you will look after her. Now when a Muslim man marries a Muslim woman, yeah, because we're not, as Muslims, we're not great fans of contraception. So when you get married within the first 6 months or the year or whatever, you can have a baby. So when a Muslim man's gonna get married, he wants a woman with more than X Factor and American Top Model in her head. You see what I'm saying? So he cares about what she thinks and if she's brainy, if she's intelligent, if she's studying books and going through books of Akida. He is interested. Why? Because when he marries this woman, he knows he's going to be spending the rest of his life with her, inshallah. And and a baby can come at any time. But when a man sees you around half naked, yeah, and you know what I'm saying, and he sees you ain't got no self-esteem and so forth, he's just looking to do a few things a few times and then move on. And I would just, in closing, I would just basically say, look, I say to the Muslim sister and non-Muslim woman, you can say whatever you want and this, that and the other about, you know what I'm saying, because a lot of us Muslim sisters as well, like these non-Muslim women, they think they're clued up about life because they're not wearing hijab and they got makeup on and L'Oreal because you're worth it and stuff. Thank you. You told me that I'm worth it. Thank you. Like I didn't know that before you came along and used L'Oreal. I didn't know I was worth it. But because you're famous and you're influenced and you told me if I use L'Oreal I'll be worth it, then I'm worth something. Okay, yeah, whatever. But the fact of the matter is, take all these Hollywood women, take all these girls, you know, wear tight clothes and this, that and the other. I swear by Allah, you can go to Hollywood, you can go to these singers, you can go to anywhere on earth. Bring me these Western women who wear all the tight clothes and everything. Bring me the women from Hollywood and I'll bring you Somali women, Moroccan women, Eritrean women, all Muslim women. They were virgins, they got married, yeah, at a young age, yeah, in maybe their 20s or whatever, and they've been married for 30 years, 25 years, 40 years. And they didn't have to wear no tight jeans. And they didn't have to take anything off. And they didn't have to put no lipstick on. Why? Because they follow two things. The Quran and the Sunnah, and Allah looked after them. So all these young Muslim girls that are taking off hijab, or trying to make hijab look sexy, or try to wear Catwoman abaya, and try to wear Spider-Man abaya and stuff like this, or try to wear, like leopard skin track fit, like bloody luminous, glow in the dark, teddy bear stuff, yeah, so they can be seen. And all them sisters on Facebook that put their hand on their hip and call me hijabi, hot stuff, man can't handle my stuff, and fly hijabi, I'm the buffest thing, brother can handle me and all this stuff. I'd say to your mum, yeah, she follow Quran and Sunnah, and the understanding of the Salaf. She didn't have to wear no Nelly apple bottom jeans. She didn't have to, shake her hips when she's walking down the corridor. She didn't have to get no Spider-Woman, a bay or anything like that. And she got the longest marriage. Get all these, girls on Somali, Pifis, Somalis or Somalilanders, or whatever you call it. Everything, chest showing, breast showing, this, that, and the other. Put all them, get 10 of them, put all their relationships together. I guarantee you, they don't amount to one sister on Deen who follow the Quran and Sunnah, yeah, and follow the Deen. So at the end of the day, as the brother said, it always comes back to Tawheed, and I'm glad that Basha, he brought it back to Tawheed and so forth, because that's the main thing at the end of the day. The main reason why Islam is the truth is because, people say, how can you say, yeah, that a Muslim, yeah, that a Muslim will go to hell, go to paradise, and non-Muslim will go to hellfire forever. And a bad Muslim, he might go to hellfire, but he will eventually come out and go to paradise. But someone who's a good non-Muslim, yeah, if they don't become Muslim, they'll go to hellfire forever. Very simple. And I end shortly. Allah said, as I said before, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ, that He didn't create mankind and jinn except to worship Him. Okay. So we believe the primary fourth part of life is to worship God. Giving charity, being nice to your neighbours, that's a part of life. Career, that's a part of life. Relationships, these are all side issues. The main thing is that the God that gave you your eyesight, your hearing, your breathing, everything else that is put on this earth for you. He could have put potatoes and water, that's it, that's all you're getting. And you would still have to praise Him because it would sustain you. But He put many different colours, He could have made it black and white. But He put colours in them, He put different tastes, He put all these different things in it. So He deserves to be worshipped even if you don't. So you might say, okay, I'm an atheist. I give to charity, I give to Live Aid, I climb mountains for handicapped people, I do all this other stuff. Why will go to hell forever? Why? Because you fulfilled all the side issues of life. But the main thing you were supposed to do, yeah, you didn't do it. How much is it? You might say, oh, a lot of people like to say, I'm spiritual, I'm not religious. That's just rubbish basically. When you're not Muslim, yeah.
Brother, sorry to stop you, but
Inshallah, what I was basically trying to say is that the reality of the situation is that if you're not Muslim, when you try to say that you're spiritual and you're not religious, the reality of the situation, you use God like a spare wheel. You only use Him in emergency. You're in a car crash, you'll pray God, if you don't do this again, I won't do, I won't do anything wrong again. You know what I'm saying? Or if someone dies, then you start praying to God. The reality of the situation is that, for example, now, you will not wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and pray because it's inconvenient for your life. You will not take raving out of your life because it's inconvenient of life. So, the worship of God we have when we're just spiritual and we're not religious or whatever and so forth, is basically a selfish type of love. As I say, and when you really love someone, you find out what they want, yeah, and not what you want, and you do what they want. And I would just say to you, we made the claim that the Quran is the book of Allah. Read it for yourself and decide for yourself. And I apologize for using it at the time. Jazakallah khair.